Hi, I am Balaji Chippada and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In continuation of our SQL series, in this video, we are going to learn about another important keyword called distinct. First, we will understand why is the need of distinct and we will see in real life example how it will be implemented. So without any delay, let's get started. Now, let's go back to our original example of Flipkart and we have searched for t-shirts, and in the previous video, we have seen how you can do sort by. In SQL we are using order by keyword, and here you can sort by based on popularity, low to high, high to low, and lot of other factors. But if you look at the Flipkart's website, you get other options such as you can get to choose what kind of brand you want. So how do you achieve this? For this, first you need to select or find out all the different kind of brands that are available on your database, right? So that is where distinct comes in picture. So by using this distinct command, I will be able to get all the different unique brands that are present in my database, and after that I can use some where command to filter these based upon the requirement, and we will learn about the filtering in the later videos, but let's focus on distinct right now. And let me give you another example. If you look at Netflix and if you go to movies section, here I could see that I can filter my genre based upon different conditions. Let's say I want to watch only horror movies or sci-fi movies or crime movies. So how do I do it? First, I need to get all the distinct genre that is present in my data set, and then I have to apply where filter or condition on top of this to get me the desired programs. So in day-to-day life, almost every website uses these commands like distinct, where, and all that stuff. So in this video, we will focus on how to get the distinct values in your database. Now let's go back to our SQL workbench. Initially, I'm saying use IMDb dataset. So I'm using this IMDb dataset. And then first, let's understand the movies genre table. Here, I could see I have two columns in which I have movie ID and genre, and the data type is int and varchar, and both of them are primary keys. Now, what if someone asks list all the unique genre present in your database? So how would you do it? Initially, we learned about select statement, right? If I do this, I am going to get all the records that are present in my original table, but I am not going to get the unique records, right? So that is where distinct will help you. Now let's execute this first. Here, if you see, I am getting the output, but in this, I am not getting the unique values. I have comedy present here, and I have comedy present here again. I have crime here, I have crime here. So I'm getting all the genre, but not the unique values. So what I would say right now is, I have one more keyword called distinct, in which I will say select distinct genre from movie genres. So let me explain this in detail. So this is a keyword, this is also a keyword, and this is also a keyword. Here I have to pass column name. Hopefully that is clear. And here I am passing my table name. So what I am saying here is select all the distinct genre that is present inside my table movie genre. So if I execute this, let me do this. If you see the output, there are no duplication. So this is what we need, right? If some business people comes and asks you what are all the different genre that is present in your data set, you can do like this and you can get the output without any issues. Hopefully that is clear. And in the previous videos, we have learned about limit and offset, right? So if you haven't learned, please do check out the previous video to learn in detail about these two stuff. And I can use these two on top of this query as well. And if I do, I get the output as family, animation, drama, romance, and mystery. When I'm doing offset of 5, it is going to skip the top 5 records and it is going to get me the next 5 records. Now let's look at another table called directors. Let's execute this. Here I could see that I have 3 records. I have ID, first name, and last name, and ID is the only primary key, and first name and last name can have multiple values. Now let's assume I have first record as Balaji and second record as Chippada. So Balaji is the first name and Chippada is last name. And I might have second record in which there is same Balaji and Chippada. And let me have third name. We have Gautam and we have S. Let's assume like this. If I want to get the unique values of first name and last name together, then I would have to do select distinct. I would have to pass first name and last name with a comma separation from my table name. Let's assume like this. So what it will do is it will check for the combination of these two columns, and then it will return the unique values. So in this scenario, Balaji Chippada is occurring twice, but in my output, you will have Balaji and Chippada only once, and then you have Gautam and S as an output. So when you say select distinct of multiple columns, it is going to check for the unique values of the possible combinations, and I can pass n number of columns here, and there is no limit in this one. Here I'm just executing select first name and last name, and if you see, so these are the three records in which the last name is same but first name is different, but there might be scenario first name could also be the same. So in that case, I would say select distinct first name last name from directors. So by using this, I get all the unique possible combinations of directors in which their first name and last name is present. Hopefully that is clear. And on top of this, you can do order by, limit, offset. We have learned all of this in the previous videos, right? So I'm not going to explain these commands in detail because we have learned already. If you look at this one, I could see these are all the possible directors in which first name is same but the last name is different. So that is how you can use distinct to get the possible combinations, and here you can pass n number of columns. Now let's take another task. Let's say I have this data set like this, and I have three columns: ID, name, and salary. Let's assume like this, and let's get the records. I have first record Balaji, and then salary as 20, and second I have Balaji and salary as 20, and third I have Gautam and salary as 50. If someone asks you to drop duplicates from your table, so if you look at this table, the first record you have ID as 1, Balaji and 20. In second record ID as 2, Balaji and 20. These two records are not duplicates because the value of ID is changing. Even though the name and salary is same, these are two different records. But let's assume I have one here. Then you can argue that these two are same records and duplicate of each other, and I don't want them in my output. So what I would do in this scenario, select distinct star. We have learned about star, right? Star means all the columns from my table name T1. So here I'm saying I want to select distinct of all columns. So here it will take ID, name, and salary. It will find a unique combination of these two. Because these two are duplicate of each other, in the output I will only get once one Balaji and 20, and then we have 3 Gautam and 50. So by using select distinct star, you are able to do drop duplicates, just similar to data frames. Hopefully that is clear. Now let's go back and understand it in the query as well. So I will just select a distinct star of movies, and if I execute, I get all the records in which there are no duplicates in my whole table. But if you look at it, it is time consuming because you are trying to find distinct of all the columns. Now what if your table has 2000 plus columns? It is going to take a lot of time and it is inefficient, and it is not recommended to do these kind of operations to find all the unique values of your table. There are other techniques that we will learn in the later videos. So to avoid this, either you need to sort or filter out what you need to check distinct for. So let's say I just want to find distinct name and year. So in this scenario, I will be able to reduce a lot of time, but it depends on what task you want to achieve. And it is never recommended to do these things if you are working on a very big data set. And that's all for this video, guys. We have learned what is distinct and why do we need distinct, and how you can apply distinct on multiple columns at a single time, and how you can apply, limit, offset, all the things that we learned in the previous videos using distinct as well. And at the last, we have learned how you can find unique records of your table using distinct, but that is not recommended because it is very time consuming and inefficient as well. If you are liking what you are watching, please do subscribe and click that bell icon to get notified daily, and we will meet in the next video. See ya. Bye bye.